cases in the country rises to more than 13 lakh, 1,130 new COVID-19 cases detected in Assam. India achieves remarkable feat, more than 4 lakh samples tested for coronavirus in a single day. Around 27 lakh people affected in 26 districts of Assam. President Ramnath Kovind calls up Assam Chief Minister. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts with people in the country and abroad in Mann Ki Baat program. And Meghalaya government may consider withdrawal of support to schools with zero pass percentage. Good evening viewers and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Saraswati Singha, now with the details. In the national corona update, according to official data, the total number of cases stands at 13,39,176, out of which 4,56,071 account as active cases. Total cases of recovered is 8,50,303, while the total death toll rose to 31,425. Maharashtra leads with a total of 3,57,117, followed by Tamil Nadu with a total of 1,99,749. According to a tweet released by State Health Minister late in the evening on July 24th, around 1,130 new COVID-19 cases were detected in Assam, out of which 417 cases were from the capital city itself. However, on a positive note, around 1,062 patients were discharged yesterday, which makes it third day in a row with over 1,000 patients released daily. As of now, the total cases of COVID-19 stands at 29,921, out of which 8,081 account for active cases. A total of 21,761 cases have recovered, while with 6 new deaths being reported, 3 from Kamrup, 1 from Nalbari and 2 from Karimganj. The death toll now stands at 76. Meanwhile, the testing figures in the state touched 7,39,465 on the 24th of July, and the minister has urged the people to be conscious and get tested in case of any obvious symptoms. In the corona update from the region, according to data in Assam, total cases stand at 29,921, recovered 21,761 and death 76. Arunachal Pradesh total cases 1,056, recovered 392 and death 3. Meghalaya total cases 588, recovered 87 and death 5. Manipur total cases 2,146, recovered 1,491 and death 0. Mizoram total cases 361, recovered 183 and death 0. Nagaland total cases 1,239, recovered 537, death 1. Sikkim total cases 477, recovered 142, death 0. And finally, Tripura total cases 3,759, recovered 2,131 and death 11. India achieves a remarkable feat today as more than 4 lakh samples were tested for coronavirus in a single day. Indian Council of Medical Research said that a record 4,20,898 samples were tested for coronavirus within 24 hours. So far, laboratories have conducted 1,58,49,068 tests in the country. Starting from less than 1,100 tests per day, a multiple-fold increase in a few months was made possible by dedicated teams of research institutions, medical colleges, testing laboratories, ministries, airlines and postal services. According to reports, the government has adopted the test, track, treat strategy for early detection and containment of the COVID-19 pandemic. The central government has advised all states and union territories to keep up this strategy of aggressive testing, tracking and treatment to deal with coronavirus crisis. Government has promoted indigenous manufacturers to develop equipment and materials required for COVID-19 testing. Deputy CM Pristin Tinsong yesterday announced that Meghalaya would immediately begin random testing in 71 clusters across the state using rapid antigen test kits. Similar testing was already carried out in select areas like Umpling and Khanapara. Rapid antigen kits were described to be promising and highly sensitive by ICMR last month when the body formally approved the use of such test kits for COVID-19 detection. It must be noted, however, that the ICMR advisory also states that symptomatic individuals who test negative for COVID-19 with these kits should also be tested by RT-PCR to rule out infection, whereas a positive result will require no reconfirmation.
In the respective clusters, the local authorities, where we already constituted about 7,000 COVID-19 management committee, and these committees will also be part of this operation, which is to be immediately undertaken by the health department.
There seems to be no respite from the flood situation in Assam. More than 27 lakh people are affected in 26 districts of Assam, while over 2,400 villages are submerged under flood water. Along with floods, land erosion is also posing as a serious turn at several places. Over 1 lakh hectare of crop areas are submerged in the flooding. With 3 persons losing their lives on 24th July, the death toll rises to 96. At present, more than 50,000 inmates are taking shelter in around 295 relief camps across the state. Reports show many rivers are still flowing above the danger level in the state. President Ramnath Kovind calls up Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal over the prevailing flood situation in the state. He says that the nation is with Assam in this time of crisis and the trying times shall tide over soon. In his conversation, Assam Chief Minister informed the President about the country on the floods, erosion, COVID-19 and also the fire tragedy at Bagjan. He elaborated about the hardship faced by the people of the state and preparedness of the government machinery to mitigate the concerns. The Chief Minister also briefed the President about special measures taken for children and women affected by the disasters and those in the relief camps. During his conversation, the Chief Minister stated that he himself has been visiting the flood-hit areas and meeting the affected people. Chief Minister Sonowal thanked the President for his concern for the distressed people of the state. The riverine villages of Mebo subdivision in East Siang of Arunachal Pradesh district have taken up voluntary anti-erosion measures on self-help basis in order to protect their land on the left bank of mighty Siang river. They have started erection of bamboo and wooden spars with traditional methods at Konkul and Namsing village portions on the left bank in order to divert the Siang river course, which is taking a turn towards left and has eroded about 550 meter stretch of the Mebo Dhola road between Konkul and Namsing on Wednesday and snapped road communication. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts with the people in the country and abroad in Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio on 26th of July. It will be the 67th episode of the monthly radio program. The program will be broadcast on the entire network of All India Radio, Doordarshan, All India Radio News website as well as the News on Air mobile app. It will also be streamed live on the YouTube channels of All India Radio, DD News, PMO and Information and Broadcasting Ministry. All India Radio will broadcast the program in regional languages immediately after the Hindi broadcast. The regional language versions will be repeated at 8 in the evening. Meghalaya Education Minister Lakmen Rimboy said that the government will consider withdrawing support from the schools who have consistently failed to perform. Talking to reporters Yesterday, Rimbui said that they will seek a report on the 10 schools from Garo Hills which happen to receive funding from government and have regrettably secured 0 pass percentage in this year's secondary school leaving certificate examinations. Meghalaya Education Minister stated that these schools should be held accountable since the funds they receive are public money. Rimbui also identified disputes among managing committees as a potential factor contributing towards the low passing percentage of students in the region.
And then, if need be, we will draw this grant. Why? Then we will give to the people who are performing well. So you see, the grant from the government is not it should not be entitlement for them. It should be performance based. So this is the public money, and the public money is accountable. So they have to perform.
In the latest on corona from across the world, total number of cases stands at 1,59,67,039, out of which 55,61,948 account as active cases. 97,61,725 recoveries have been recorded so far, and the total death toll stands at over 6 lakh. United States leads with 42,48,492 total COVID-19 cases, followed by Brazil with 23,48,200 total cases. The human clinical trials of potential COVID-19 vaccine called Covaxin has started at AIIMS, New Delhi. The first dose was given to a 30-year-old man in AIIMS, Delhi on 24th of July. Indian Council of Medical Research and Bharat Biotech have joined hands for the development of Covaxin. AIIMS Delhi is among the 12 sites selected by the Indian Council for Medical Research for conducting Phase 1 and 2 human trials of Covaxin. In Phase 1, the vaccine would be tested on 375 volunteers and the maximum of 100 of them would be from AIIMS. Healthy volunteers having no comorbid conditions and without a history of COVID-19, aged more than 18 years and less than 55 years would be eligible to participate in the randomized, double-blinding, placebo-controlled clinical trial. For many foreign national prisoners lodged in jails, a common grievance is that many a time their consulate officer is not forthcoming, thereby leaving them with no means to connect to family back home. Keeping this in view, Meghalaya State Legal Service Authority, Mati Building, organized a webinar on training of lawyers and paralegal volunteers to respond to cases of foreign national prisoners in custody, childcare institutions and prisons. Various issues related to access to justice, discrimination, intimation upon arrest, timely aid, contacting family were discussed. And to end the news, the headlines once again. Total number of cases in the country rises to more than 13 lakh, 1,130 new COVID-19 cases detected in Assam. India achieves remarkable feat, more than 4 lakh samples tested for coronavirus in a single day. Around 27 lakh people affected in 26 districts of Assam. President Ramnath Kovind calls up Assam Chief Minister. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to share his thoughts with people in the country and abroad in Mann Ki Baat program. And Meghalaya government may consider withdrawal of support to schools with 0 pass percentage. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.